Hello, my fiery friends. Welcome to another awesome and fiery fun stream. I'm your host, the Infernoman here, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. So, we're now going to be wrapping up the last of the 5 colleges here on Strixhaven with, of course, a Prismari deck. I know many people out there are kind of like over the blue-red combination, but again, to keep it fair, we got to do at least one of every one of the colors. So, what are we going to be building and playing with today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So without further ado, let's just jump into right now and show you exactly what we're going to be talking about. So, without further ado, join me today in the Brawl format as we now try to rock out as much as we can by going big, and hopefully we can have some encores with our deck. This is Prismari Rock. Alright, so now that you kind of have that out of the way, we're going to of course go over how we normally do this. Of course, we start off with the actual commander itself. We'll go over all the stats of the deck real quick. We'll then, of course, show you every single card in the deck and an extensive deck tech. Then we'll play as many matches as we can in, of course, the Brawl format on a budget. And then from there, once we get to the halfway point of the stream, if you do like what we're playing, we'll upgrade the deck and show you how you can really rock out. So, let's go ahead, let's go over now the stats of the deck first. Long time to channel know how we do it. We got to talk about the stats of the deck before we dive right in. So Prismari Rock here, as I mentioned, is going to be, of course, those proper colors of blue and red. Average mana curve actually does a little high at 3.8, but we'll explain how that works in just a moment. In terms of creatures, we only have 10 creatures in the deck, but we are going to be rocking a total of 23 instants, 19 sorceries, 6 artifacts, 2 enchantments, 1 planeswalker, and 40 lands. So, in order for us to kind of explain how this goes, we are just going to talk about our commander first off here. So, Zaffai and the Tempests here. It's been a little while since we've seen Zaffai here, so he is rocking out here. He is a human bard sorcerer. He's a 5/7 legendary creature. Ooh, he is an expensive one though, but he is a pretty sweet one if we can get him on the field. It just simply says, once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand for free. So we are going to try to hopefully cast one massive spell with him, and hopefully that should be enough to then just start getting extra value from our opponents here. But we're going to build our deck in a very specific way in order to take advantage of Zaffai here. Keep in mind, however, his biggest issue is he's expensive at 7 mana, so I think this is probably one of the more expensive commanders we've actually kind of tried to build around, but hopefully we should be able to pull off something with him altogether. Now, in order for that to do that, we're going to have to do a little bit of mixing here. We want to try to ramp out as quick as we can. And also, we do want to spell sling to keep control of the board until Zaffai hits the field. So, in order for us to do that, though, let's cover, of course, briefly how this is all going to go. So, starting in the 1-drop slot here, we'll throw in some early game spot removal and, of course, some counter spells like a Null here, countering artifacts or enchantments. Brainstorm here allows us to, of course, draw 3 cards and then put 2 cards back to kind of mix and match to hopefully dig out our answers. A little bit of light spot removal with rapid hybridization here. Wash Away is going to be our counterspell, and ideally you want to save this, of course, for commanders, but again, if you do need it as a regular counterspell, it just works just the same. Fire Magic here can be a low-level small wrath for us. We're going to do 1 damage to each creature, and if we do want to scale it up, we can do up to 2 or even 3 damage, depending on what we need for our deck. Lightning Bolt, of course, classic staple, dealing 3 damage to any target, great spot removal, or something great to face, but this can also chain off with a nice little combo, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. Spikefield Hazard here, it can either be a tap land in a pinch, or again, just do 1 point of damage to any target. If the permanent that is dealt damage this way dies, you can then exile it. Strike It Rich here is one of our many ways we can, of course, boost ourselves up with some treasure tokens to do some pseudo ramping. And in the 2-drop slot, we will need some more card draws, so we're going to throw in Deduce here to draw 1 card for it, and then we can leave behind a clue that we can sacrifice later on to draw another card. Divert Disaster here is going to be a bit more of a clunkier counterspell, but realistically, I look at this more as like a pseudo small way to ramp, because it's a token. I'm sorry, it's not a token, but I mean it leaves behind a lander token if we can counter spell. If we do counter the spell and if our opponent doesn't pay 2, that's great. If they do counter it, at least we get a token that can help us do some ramping. Dramatic Reversal here allows us to untap all non-land permanents we control. This will come in handy a little bit later on to the game, but we'll talk about that in a moment. Flow State here, another tried and true card that has actually gone really, really big. It's actually a pretty good card overall from the Strixhaven set. Sorcery Speed, look at the top 3 cards in your library, put 1 into your hand, and the rest into the bottom of your library. However, if there is an instant and a sorcery card in your graveyard, instead put 2 of them into your hand and the other one onto the bottom of your library. So you can get 2 for 1 out of this for a good value. Mana Leak here, good counter spell for us, countering any spell unless our opponent plays 3. Counterspell proper is, of course, going to be in the deck itself. Although it does show on here that the symbol is rare, you actually, of course, can play this for a much cheaper cost, thanks to the Final Fantasy reprint. Iroh's Demonstration here, a sorcery lesson that deals either 1 point of damage to all opponent's creatures or 4 damage to target creature, so good for us at any point. Young Pyromancer here. So since we're going to be doing a lot of spell slinging in the early part of the game, we do need some chump blocking. So Young Pyromancer will help us out here along with Third Path Iconoclast. As long as we keep spell slinging, we can leave soldier tokens and elemental tokens to help us again round out our package and at least provide for us an alternate win con if Zaffai cannot get out on time. To make sure we can keep our costs as cheap as possible, we'll be rocking, of course, Goblin Electromancer, and we also have Stormcatch Mentor. Both of these cards do the same thing. They make all of our instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast, so great value for us there. We'll also throw in, of course, Prismari Charm, because we are technically a Prismari set, so we got to do that. You can choose one of these, either Surveil 2 to draw a card, 1 damage to each of one of 2 target creatures, or bounce back a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Of course, for some extra ramping, we'll throw in this Arcane Signet here, going to be a staple for any multicolor deck. Lightning Greaves is going to be our best option. If you want to go cheaper, you could go with Swiftfoot Boots, but again, considering how much Zaffai already costs, we're going to have to eat the cost here. Not to say that this is actually expensive, unless you pay for it in paper. I think it's like, what is it now, like, what, $5 for a Lightning Greaves? It's actually quite a bit there for a simple uncommon, just FYI. Moving into the 3-drop slot, we have Imprisoned in the Moon. So you want to save this also for key creatures that you just have a hard time dealing with, or maybe you don't want to go into the graveyard. So this can be great against enemy commanders or anything, to then turn them into a colorless permanent that can only just tap for colorless land. So we're going to try to keep this ideally and save it for when you really, really need it. You find the Villain's Lair can either allow us to either draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, or use it as a counter spell, one of my favorite cards. Blazing Fire Singer here. This enters prepared, so with a Dwarf Bard here. So it kind of goes with a nice little rock theme that we have here. But Seething Song is the real reason we want it. For 3 mana here, you can then add 5 red mana. If we do manage to cheapen the cost with something like, say, a Stormcatcher Mentor or a Goblin Electromancer, this provides for us even more value. Flick a Coin here, just a simple little card that allows us to just draw a card, ping our opponent for 1 point of any target, and also just leaves behind a treasure token for more ramping. Seize the Spoils here. Sorcery Speed, but again, we can discard a card to draw 2 cards and create another treasure token for more ramping. Tablet of Discovery here. I'm actually surprised this is actually an uncommon, but actually it's a very welcome one for us. When you enter, have it mill a card, and you can play that card for the turn, or else it just goes into the graveyard. You can then tap it as a red mana rock, or tap it for double red mana, only to, however, use it for casting instants and sorcery spells. So just be aware of that. We're going to use here Prismari Command. Prismari Command allows us to then pick 2 of these abilities, either do damage to any target, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards, or make a treasure token, or destroy an artifact. So good value at any point. We do need, of course, another way to create a bunch more extra tokens, just like Third Path Iconoclast and Young Pyromancer. So we'll throw in, of course, Saheeli Sublime Artificer here. So this is actually a really good one for us. Cast any non-creature spell, leave behind a servo token. You could take it down to then convert any of your artifacts or creatures into something else that you have on the field. So you can actually use this to double up with, say, like, I don't know, like another Electromancer to cheapen costs. Or maybe if you then copy Pyromancer here, you can make it a ton of tokens, and it just goes really, really crazy if we do want to time it right. Abstract Paint Mage here. So this allows you to begin at the beginning of your first main phase, you can add Prismari colors, i.e. Izzet colors. Well, either way, again, it's just blue and red for those that are kind of confused. However, you can only spend this on casting instant and sorcery spells, but then good ramping for us at any point. Dark Steel Ingot here. Indestructible artifact allows us to then tap for 1 mana of any color. Not any real reason for it, but again, it is a welcome addition just to make sure we have something that will always tap for us and also is very hard to get rid of. In the 4-drop slot, we'll use Murmuring Mystic here. So this is a human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, leaves behind a bird illusion. So again, more tokens to help us go wide. Devious Cover Up here is another one of our more expensive counter spells, but actually it's a pretty good one for us. If we can counter the spell, we can exile it, and then we can bring back 4 target cards of any kind from our graveyard back into our library. So we can reuse some extra stuff for value. Realm Sketching here allows us to create a token that's a copy of target artifact, creature, or even land. But what I really, really like about this card is you actually don't have to target your own stuff. You can also target your opponent's stuff, and that is hilarious because then sometimes you can make a copy and steal something that actually can get you to turn the tables on your opponent. And then the final of our token to producers here is going to be Talron Sky Summoner here. Anytime you cast an instant or sorcery, leave behind a 2/2 Drake token for yourself there. So again, nice way to go wide for us. We'll use Big Score here to then discard a card and then draw 2 cards to create true treasure tokens for more value. Resonating Loot here allows to turn all of your lands into the ability to then add 2 mana of any one color. However, you can only spend that to cast instant or sorcery spells. And then it has a kind of a bit more of a clunky ability here on the end here. I have really never had a chance to use it, but it says you can draw a card if you tap it. However, you can only do that if you have 7 or more cards in hand. So if you already have like a bunch of cards in hand, you can then tap this to get 1 extra card. I'm not sure if that's actually helpful for you because then you end up having to discard 2 hand size. Just FYI. I guess if I put in a Reliquary Tower, maybe this might be better for us, but I don't know. Just something to just throw in. But again, we just want it for its main ability. Of course, if you do want to swap out your commanders, you can also use here Rutha, Mastering the Moment here. So she's a 4-mana Orc Sorcerer that's a 3/4, and it says, at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, create an XX blue and red elemental creature token with flying and haste, where X is the greatest mana value among instants or sorceries you've cast this turn. So ideally, you want this out once you actually start spell slinging your big spells. Not to say you can't use Rutha for some of the more cheaper spells you cost, but she then gets a lot better value once you actually have the big stuff out. Having said that, however, if you do want to swap her out with Zaffai here, maybe if you want to try something a little cheaper, you totally can. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, for this deck, we're just going to focus on what Zaffai wants, which is, again, big spells. Speaking of which, let's talk about those now. Going into the 5-drop slot, we have Lorien Revealed so that you could draw 3 cards. But ideally, this is good for island cycling. So cycle this away to then dig out an island card. It doesn't even have to be a basic. It can actually be just a tapped duel or whatever, so good for us. Pinnacle Monk here. This is a Jin Monk who has prowess and can either use it as a land or when it enters, just bring back an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Splatter Technique here allows us to then draw 4 cards, or you can choose to then do 4 damage to each creature and planeswalker. So either a small level Wrath for us, or again, just dig out more cards. And then finally going into the major slot here, which is all of our 5, 6, and 7 drop. Wait, no, it's just the 6 and 7. I don't know why I said 5. We just talked about those. Any case, numbers are hard. But otherwise, we have here now Fast/Furious. So technically, this is actually only a 5 or 3 card. You can't fuse it together, but you can either choose to use the discard a card and draw 2 cards at instant speed, or at sorcery speed, 3 damage to each creature without flying. So it's another good Wrath for us, and it's also cheap, so you can use it. And then, of course, this is where the real magic of the deck begins. So for this one here specifically, this is allowing you to use Karn's Temporal Sundering. And you'll notice here we're going to be utilizing here a very devious tactic that I actually haven't done at all for any of our live streams here. So in this instance here, we're going to be taking advantage of a lot of very big spells for us. So specifically, however, it's going to be a lot of either giant tokens, or, of course, extra turn spells. So we try to cram in as many of the cheap ones as we can. And what I mean by cheap is we try to cram in all of the ones that don't cost you too much actually in paper. But this is mostly where the value of the deck comes in. So going over it now, we have Karn's Temporal Sundering here. So it's a legendary sorcery that allows you to take an extra turn after this one. However, you can then return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and then you exile the Temporal Sundering. So cool for us here, just to make sure that we can just start doing more extra turn stuff. If we manage to go off, we also have Mind's Desire here. You can shuffle your library, then exile the top card of your library, and until the end of turn, you can play that card for free. It also has Storm built in, so if you can have this go off, this gets absolutely ridiculous. Even if you get like 2 or 3 copies, that alone could be enough to get enough value out of your deck. Part the Water Veil here is for 6 mana, also another extra turn spell for us. You then have to exile it, or you can cast it for its Awaken cost. So for its Awaken cost, instead of being 6 mana, it can also be up to 9 mana. If you cast the spell for the Awaken, also put 6 +1/+1 counters on a land you control, and it becomes an elemental with haste. So if you just need something to just, just completely close out the game with something really big, Awaken can be okay, but realistically, it's just going to be a 6 mana extra turn spell. We have River's Rebuke here, so not an extra turn spell, but a very devious card that helps us out with if we're ending up with a gummed up board state. So River's Rebuke here, 6 mana sorcery. You bounce back all non-land permanents target player controls to their hand. So basically just a way to bounce back everything and just completely hose your opponent and get your win. Season of Weaving here, so 6 mana sorcery that allows you to then choose up to 5 paws worth of modes. And of course you can choose any one of these more than once. At 1 paw, draw a card. 2 paws, choose an artifact or creature you control, make a copy of it. 3 paws, bounce back a non-land, non-token permanent to its owner's hand for value. So if you can get copies of this is also hilarious. Sublime Epiphany here is an instant 6 mana, so then you can choose 1 or more. You can either counter a spell, counter an activated or triggered ability, bounce back a non-land permanent, create a token that's a copy of a creature you control, or just simply draw a card. So the great also value for us. Again, if you can just have Zaffai out, any one of these just gets you a ton for practically, well, nothing. Moving on, we have Pyrokinesis here. So 6 mana. However, you can exile a red card if you want to, then countercast this for free. So you actually don't need Zaffai for this, but if you do, you can use this to deal 4 damage, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. So kind of think of it like a little pseudo mini Wrath for yourself. Rapturous Moment here. So this is, again, just helping us catch up with some good value here, drawing 3 cards. You do discard 2 cards, but then you can add 5 mana. So a combination of 3 red and 2 blue. If you can cast this again for free with Zaffai here, also great value because literally you're then going to be just ritualing yourself there. But again, one of the real cards we also want to get off, even if we can't get Zaffai, is going to be Thousand Year Storm. You saw this, of course, if you saw our Prismari Storm video we then posted up like about a week and some ago, but this is also incredibly powerful for our deck. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you've cast before, and then you can make new copies. So say like you get this out, the dream, of course, is this is out. Zaffai comes out, and then from there, if you can get something else you can cast for free, like an extra turn spell, then you just start going nuts. And that basically should mean that you should close out the game pretty much on the spot after that is out. So just FYI. But of course, that's going to be hard to do with how our deck works, but we'll make it see if we can make happen at least one extra turn spell copying thing today. Speaking of that, we do need some more extra turn spells, so we're going to throw an Alrund's Epiphany here, create 2 bluebird creature tokens, and then you can take an extra turn after this one. Then you exile the card for 7 mana. Or if not, you can foretell it for 6 mana and then just cast it later on. So this actually can be good for you. And then we'll throw in, of course, some of the cheaper stuff from the original Strixhaven. So Elemental Masterpiece here, creating for us 2 4/4 blue and red elemental creature tokens. Or just you can discard this if you need to make some treasure if you just need to ramp. Visionary's Dance here, so 7 mana to create 3/3 blue and red elemental creature tokens with flying. I kind of wish they kind of made the elementals more consistent across both sets, but I can understand why they had that kind of balance. In any case, if you do need to, you can also discard this at instant speed for 2, and then look at the top 2 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand, and the other into your graveyard if you just need to do some extra value. Creative Outburst here, another from the original Strixhaven here, 5 damage to any target, and then use the top 5 cards of your library, put 1 into your hand and the rest into the bottom of your library, or discard it if you need to make a treasure token. Speaking of that, we can take advantage of all those cards we've been discarding to Treasure Cruise here. You can delve and then draw 3 extra cards for practically up to 1 mana, so a good value for us. And then we'll also utilize your Magnum Opus here, so 8 mana, so again, a little expensive, but if you can get this out for Zaffai for free, absolutely insane. 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets, and then choose 2 target permanents, and then tap those down, and then create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token, and then finally draw 2 cards, or if you need to, just discard it to create a treasure token. And the final card to wrap this all up is going to be Temporal Trespass, so this is going to be, whoo, that is 11 mana? Well, actually, that's also way too much mana, but it does have Delve, so that's where, again, it gets a little easier to cast. So if you can delve it, you can then take an extra turn after this, but then you have to exile the spell. So by delving it, you can get it down to as cheap as 3 blue, but more likely you're going to want to try to cast this with Zaffai here for free, which is even better value. Now, before we get started, of course, we'll wrap it up with the land base. Again, this is to start off, of course, going to be the budget version. So it's going to be all the stuff that kind of looks a little clunky, but it will work. We have 11 islands, 11 mountains, a Mystic Sanctuary to reuse any one of our spells and bring it back, and all the tap lands that can fit into this deck. So it's going to be Airship Engine Room, Eroded Canyon, Molten Tributary, Prismari Campus, Silver Bluff Bridge, Spectacle Summit, Swiftwater Cliffs, TCRI Building, Volatile Fjord, and of course we'll utilize some utility lands with Arid Archway here, bouncing back some of our stuff and reusing it. Command Tower is a staple in any one of our multicolored decks. Demolition Field and Volatile Fault will then blow up non-basic lands. We have Field Rune also to do the same thing. Maestro's Theater here for fetching along with Promising Vein, and the Gold Saucer rounds out our package if we just need to stall out and then flip some coins and then make some extra treasure tokens. And that is the whole deck for you, everyone. Prismari Rock. Can this very, very expensive deck actually do anything in Brawl? Well, there's only one way to find out. So let's go ahead, let's take this into the Brawl format. Let's see if we can rock out, and let's see how well the deck can do. All right, so locking it in. Let's get our first game in for today, everyone. All right, let's get pumped. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Oh, we got the Dramatic Reversal, Seasonal Weaving, Creative Outburst. We need to make treasures, and we do have a counter spell, which is pretty good. Okay. We're playing against... I hate this commander so much. Ah! Sorry. Just traumaticness from the fact it's Rusko. Rusko was a huge mistake from all the alchemy shenanigans, but again, if our opponent's gonna play it, then so be it. Keep in mind, because we are a budget deck, that means we will run into opponents that do not care we're on a budget, so they will probably be outpowering us for a little bit here. But if our deck can, by some miracle, pull off at least 1 or 2 wins, This will actually be amazing fun for us if we could pull it off. Put down the island, and we'll pass there. If we need more value, we also can just dump out our Creative Outburst. Let's see. Talisman of Dominance. All right. I don't care about that now. So let's see. How do we do this? Discard that now to pick a treasure. We need to start getting the ramp going. So let's see. Let us play TCRI building. Gaining life. Pass here. We need to keep up the counterspell for now. If Rusko can stay off the field a little bit longer, we should be okay. So that means we have right now. Next turn, we'll have 5 mana. Not too bad. Our opponent definitely knows that because we're this color, we have to have counterspells. Okay, Mind Stone, that's fine. Okay. Tome of the Infinite. Okay. Do we want that to resolve? Ugh. I don't want it to resolve, but you know what? We're going to have to counterspell that. We got to slow down our opponent as much as we can. Okay, we got a mountain. That's not bad. So for that, Blazing Fire Singer. And pass. Okay, so for here, if this goes well... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Rusko's coming out now. That's fine. I don't like it, but... Okay. We get the free Midnight Clock. Yeah, that's totally fair. Okay. We came here to rock out, everyone. Can we do it here and now? Can our opponent allow us to do this? Let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seething Song. Okay, that's our 5. So here we go. Zaffai. Can he hit center stage? Nice. Okay, so with that, Season of Weaving for free. Okay. Let's see, what do we want here? We can only get 5, so... We'll clone. Let's do that. Does this go? Can we draw some cards? Come on, opponent. Let me get some free value. Maybe? No? What are you doing? Negation. Alright. So, no fun begins. Again, I hate Rusko. Literally, free Mana Rock and starts doing the stupid life gain drain shenanigans. Okay. So, from here, we do need a Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, there's the Paradox Engine. Alright. Okay, so opponent's going to try to do unfair things now. Alright. If this keeps going off the way it does, I'm just going to quit. Okay, our sets. Alright.
I know 88 ways.
Opponent takes down. Do they fizzle?
Just the trick
only big question here now is, do they fizzle? Furious Time Twist. Okay. Okay, they're going to start going near infinite. We're not dealing with this. We're not doing this. Ah! I hate Rusko so much there. Ugh. Absolutely disgusting commander. Alchemy's a mistake. I'm going to say it over and over again. I know some people may not agree with me, but Alchemy was a mistake. Alright. Shaking it off. Try this again. Okay, let's see if we can get this going here. Alright. Opponent's playing... It's a Garrigas Shivan Champion. I haven't actually played against that card, so let's see. Can we actually pull off something here? Okay, so we do have some extra turn spells, which would be nice, but it's still a ways away before we get to that point. So let's see. Eroded Canyon. Probably into an island. And we can at least foretell that away. Okay, opponents. Okay, so it's another alchemy card, but it's okay. We'll still fight it out. Out of fairness, even if I hate alchemy cards, we will fight against any opponent, no matter what they have. But if we're going to end up looking like we're just not going to be able to win, I usually will then scoop out. Okay, so while our opponent's trying to take their time to think, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're all having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Hopefully you're having a good week so far. Originally, we were going to do the midweek magic event, but I thought, oh, it's not a very exciting one, so I'll just leave it be for now. Ping our opponent for 1. Down to 24. Okay, Forest. Arcane Signet, of course. No surprise there. Let's see here. We will Alred's Epiphany. Then we will Arid Archway. Bounce back the island. Okay. Veil. Sargon. Alright. Another alchemy card. I mean, it's technically, well, it's kind of alchemy-ish, I should say. Okay. So that puts us at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 4 mana. Dark Steel Ingot. It only does damage to creatures. Okay. We'll pass. So that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can Alrund's Epiphany next turn if we want to. Ancient Cornucopia. Okay, opponent's going to start getting some life back. No. They got Cinder Vines. Okay. That might be a problem for us, but we'll see. Okay. How do we want to do this? Command Tower. Murmuring Mystic. And then that's instant. Okay, so I think we might wait it out for a second here. We have Iroh's Demonstration, which could pitch away to do this for free if we want to.
Look to the skies and tremble.
Sargon Alchemy doing alchemy stuff. Binding the Old Gods. Okay. Need some life off of that. But rather Murmuring Mystic go now than anything else. Okay, so from there, I guess we'll Pyrokinesis now. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. It's creatures. I thought it was, like, anything. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Just lose our creature for no reason. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so let's see. From here... Okay, well, we didn't come in for Zaffai, so let's try again. Okay. So, free stuff now can be done. We will... Temporal Trespass. Yes, our opponent will ping us, but that's fine. Small price to pay. Wow, they have a Putrefy. Oh, dang it. But at least we get the Temporal Sundering off for free. So we take action, put that back in the command zone. Take the ping. We still get another turn, though, so it's not like anything is bad so far. And then from here... Alrund's Epiphany. Opponent pings us again. Down to 23. Do make some tokens. And then from there, keep going. Okay. Zaffai coming back in round 2. River's Rebuke. Alright, we'll bounce back everything away. 2 bad opponents. Down to 28. So this does mean that they do use Binding of the Old Gods again, but small price to pay to force them to slow down completely. So Binding comes down. No surprise there. Alright. They get a little extra value. It's okay. Okay, Mana Leak. That won't be too bad for later on. Get our cute little creatures going. Okay. But at least this time now we have a counter spell for us. I'm guessing Cinder Vines comes down next? Cornucopia. Okay, well, that's okay. We don't mind that. Let's see, they got big Sargon. But this time we got Mana Leak, so that's gone. Okay, so nothing against us for the time being. That's good. Arcane Signet. Little by little, we are going to make our progress here. Okay. That goes away permanently. Cinder Vines. Okay. They will get their life back. Damn, where's our... We need our tokens now. That's what we need. Okay, so how do we do this? We get another... Wait, what does that do? Enter upkeep. If this card is exiled, remove an egg counter from it. There are no eggs, put it onto that. Okay. So they're doing something that's going to be disgusting, but okay. Okay, so let's see. Is there a way out of this? Blazing Fire Singer. What is it? Anunnaki? Did I say that right? I do apologize if I didn't say that right. Of Gem City. Hello, my fire friend. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. Thanks again for joining us. What format? We're playing Brawl. So, the 1v1 commander in Magic the Gathering Arena? Good question, though. Good question. Alright, so we'll swing here and get a little cheeky. Opponent's definitely going to take the bait, of course. Okay, go down to 26 opponents. We will then Iroh's Demonstration. So this is going to go. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Commander down, so that means they can recast it, but it's also going to be more expensive for them. Ugh. Ours, unfortunately, is going to be really expensive at 11 mana. But let's see, how much do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We technically can cast it again. With Blazing Fire Singer, we can get out Zaffai again. Okay, Glory Bringer. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, we might have to do it this way. Okay, Spit Flame. So here's how we do this. Seething Song now. That gives us the 5 we need. We ping ourselves. Pyrokinesis. Glory Bringer goes bye-bye. Ugh. Not very fun, but the only way we can get rid of the dragon, so small price to pay. That's okay. Dang, we are completely tapped out again. Play the mountain. Okay, it's all up to you, my little bird. It's all up to you. Until I can at least get one more big spell. If I can get one more big spell, Zaffai can come back in. No. Okay, so that means... Pull up our signets. Boo. Okay, opponent there. Thinking they have what to get around us. Nice, Brawl is fun. It is fun. Except when I have to deal with alchemy cards. Because again, like... I don't know how you feel about this, Anunnaki. I don't know what your thoughts are on alchemy cards. I'm not a fan of them because a lot of them tend to get free value from like nothing. So that's why again I get a little tilted when I see them. But either way, gotta keep it fair. I will fight against anybody that has whatever. But look at that, free value. Okay. 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 So another mountain. So we have enough for Zaffai, but we need like a big spell. We need a big spell like yesterday. That's what we need right now. Okay. But we're not dead yet. We still have a little bit of time. Leyline Tyrant, though. Ugh. Okay, Dragon Lord Kolgan. Starting to get spiraling out of control. We're looking pretty bad here. I'm gonna sound the alarm because I don't know. I don't know if we can survive. Okay. Shivan Dragon. Yeep. Okay. Like, is there any way we can survive? Okay, so what? We block here just 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 15. No, that's Xaxes, isn't it? Dang. Actually, we go to 1. Ooh, massive oof there. Okay. We already wasted our River's Rebuke, so that's gone. So, anything? Lorien Reveal. Okay, Zaffai comes in. This can be played for free. Not that it matters anymore, because even for free, we draw 3 cards, but we can't cast anything else, so we're pretty much done. Oh, that was painful for us. Wow. We tried. I think probably what messed me up a little bit there, if I look back at it, was I think we got a little too eager with the River's Rebuke. Probably should have saved that for a little bit later on, after the Binding of the Old Gods was gone. That actually hurt me out a lot more than I thought it was going to. But it's okay. It's okay. Lesson learned, everyone. Lesson learned. No big deal. It is a budget deck, so I mean, if you're interested, this deck is going to cost you about maybe like what? If you play it in paper, like $60. A little bit more expensive than the pre-con, but I feel like it's more refined than the pre-con you could put together. And if you're going to play this on Arena, I think it's only like 16 rares. That's not too bad, right? That's budget-ish. Anunnaki, do you play Historic Ranked? Sometimes I do. I mean, we did play on stream a couple weeks ago a Historic deck that was Bogles. I mean, I do have that, of course, in my list, so I kind of round out when I can. I play a little bit of everything. Mostly my channel is focused on playing 60 card Pioneer. I know it's not the most popular format right now and feels like it's kind of like dead, but I still like Pioneer. That's my main format. Otherwise, I pretty much make videos for every format in Arena. So we did a standard deck a couple days ago, and then I'm already working on my next Pioneer deck. We made, I think, during Ninja Turtles, we made a couple of historic decks. So if you haven't seen those, check those out. There are definitely some fun ones there. I mean, I don't mind actually historic now because it does feel a lot better than before, but also it just feels like a fairer version of timeless. I do make timeless decks too, but that format, format's kind of rough right now. Okay, opponent's got Elvish Mystic. Okay, they're playing with Ragas the Brown. I haven't seen anybody play that, so I don't know how that's gonna go, but we'll see. I'm guessing for you, Anunnaki, is that your main format you like to play? Do you like to play mostly historic? Okay, Land of War Tribe. Okay, so our opponent is getting all the ramp going. Okay, so we do have a young Pyromancer. That's not too bad. The campus. Young Pyromancer. So at least this way now we can kind of slowly start building out our plan here. Okay, we have a Treasure Cruise also. That'll be good. Even without Zaffai out, if we can get the loot going and start playing some good stuff here, this can actually double up our mana quick. Emerald Medallion. Wait, opponent, why do you need Emerald Medallion? You're a green deck. Green decks usually do not run Mana Rocks because it's redundant. You ramp faster than a Mana Rock could help you. Okay, opponent. Okay, so they're going to see if we can just start going super crazy with this. Get use. Okay. Okay. Opponent. Nightshade Dryad. Okay. Ugh. I really need to untap quick here. Otherwise, that brown is going to go out of control. But, okay. Imprisoned in the Moon. Turn him off. Okay. Opponent definitely got to ramp a lot here. Let's see if we can try to get around it. Anunnaki. I run enchantment decks in ranked Solemnity and Phyrexia Unlife. Oh, you play that deck. Ooh, that's a nasty deck, but it's actually a really good one too. I haven't actually had a chance to play that one because I've been trying to see, is there a way to actually make the Solemnity deck doable on the budget? Probably not, but I've tried. I play Brawl in Historic Commander in person. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Elder Garroth, because that's what green does by going super big. Are we out of time already? That's our biggest question here. Resonating Loot. Alright, so we can see if we can maybe cast things off a little faster, but I don't know. The great... Alright. Green doing green stuff. Joy. Okay. Ancient... Arma... What is that? Wait. I can say this. Okay. Ancient... Adamantoise. Adamantoise? Words are hard, by the way. Okay. Oh, it's still going off here because the Great Henge does Great Henge things. So they didn't actually even need their commander to go off. It's getting a ridiculous amount of bump here. Ugh. Ouch. Okay, they make treasure tokens. Stupid amount. Do they keep ramping? Keep going? Nope. Okay. Okay. So, at this point, I don't really have any hope for winning here, but let's see. Pyromancer makes a token. Draw 3 cards. Strike it rich. Make another token. And that's it. Alright, well, that's game. Man. No love today. No love for our little deck that's just trying to rock out here with extra spells. Okay, well, it's fine. We can't win them all on a budget, but it's okay. Not a big deal, everyone. We still got plenty of time in the stream, so I'm not feeling too down just yet. I still believe our deck can still get at least something fun to go off. All right. So let's see. We'll try this again. We're not giving up. We are not giving up. All right. So let's see what do we got here. Okay. Dramatic Reversal. Type of Disasters. Okay. We should be able to ramp out. We should be able to. Swiftwater Cliffs. All right. So since you're here, Anunnaki, you're if you play Brawl and Commander, is there like a signature commander that is your thing? Like, what is your main one? Or do you have multiple decks? Iron Crag, okay. Oh, you cast the spell, okay. I'm gonna try to slow down our opponent here. Counterspell that. Slowing him down. That's all we can do. Let's see, promising thing. I think we'll try to do a Palladium Mirror. Okay, that's fine. Sacrifice our Vein now. We want to start getting out our proper mana. Get an island. Okay, Magnum Opus. Let's see. Just discard that for now. Make our treasure. We're going to get a ramp down one way or another. So we got to try to find a way to fight against our opponent here. That's also got Forsaken Monument. Ugh. That's not good. All right. Okay. We got a counter spell, so that's not horrible. But it's still going to be a while. Actually, hold on. We'll wait it out. They have enough now where Ugin can come in. But they can't really exile anything just yet. So that's why we're going to wait. Roaming Throne. Okay. That comes in. What do they name? Mirrors? I have no idea. It's colorless. Okay. Now it's Eldrazi. Okay, Ugin. Okay. There's nothing for them to exile, so thankfully we can counterspell. Okay, good. Whew, okay. Crisis have diverted for now. Ugh, I want to put down my loots and stuff like that, but our opponent with playing Ugin is not going to make this easy. Okay, so... Is there a way out of this? Or are we dead? Discard the masterpiece, make a treasure. Okay. Ugin coming down again. Because why not? Okay. Anunnaki, my Super Shredder is really good. Retrofitter and tons of destroyed sacrifice outlets. Okay. Wow. We haven't actually played a direct Super Shredder deck, but we have played him before, and he is a nasty, nasty card. I like him, though. I want to see if I can try to get a copy in the future. Well, he's a little expensive. So with the boots, all right. I'm just trying to go off here. Joy.
One step in the stratagem.
So let's see. We have technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we can get another... If we can get another land, then we should be okay here. Maybe. Go to 16. Come on. Land? No land yet. Okay, so instead... Treasure Cruise. Pay that. Eat those 4. Go do some delving. Draw 3 new cards. Okay, so at least now we have enough now where we can actually get Zaffai in, and we can also do some more shenanigans here. So I'm hoping now we can start chaining off. But it's going to be a bit.
Open your
Okay, opponent swinging, of course. We go to 6. Ugh. Can we at least survive long enough to get a free spell off? At least we're trying to... I mean, it's trying to play around in Ugin here is just... this is not easy for us.
knowledge.
Okay, they sacrifice. Draw more cards. Okay. Anything else, opponents? 4 cards in hand. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. Oh, okay, nice. We got the Lightning Greaves. Okay, so that actually helps us out a ton here. So first off, Zaffai comes in. Okay. We can now... Let's see. Temporal Trespass. Free spell. There we go. Okay. How do we do this here? I want to... Okay, we got to take him out too. Karn's Temporal Sundering. Okay. And then we bounce away Ugin there. Okay. Can we do it? Can we at least stabilize here? Lightning Greaves. attach the Griefs to Zaffai. Prismari Campus, destroy an artifact. Make a treasure. There we go. Okay, that softens them up. Go to 36. Get an extra turn again. Okay. So let's see. We can... Okay, blue. Resonating loots. Alright, we can then... Let's see, hold on. Want to make sure I can do this. Third Path Iconoclast, okay? So here, down to 31. Mind's Desire, okay? Get some extra value there. Storm. Alright. Free. Oh, come on, deck. Come on! Okay, Tablet of Discovery. Okay, well, I guess that's something. Take a token off of that. Deal again. Island. Wait, hold on. Is there a way around this? Or are we just, like, fizzling here? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang. Not enough quite for that. Toots. Trying, everyone. I don't know if maybe part of the water veil should have been the option there, but okay. Here comes Zugan again. So if they blow away our stuff, so be it. The biggest thing is we want to make sure Zaffai can actually survive. Thankfully, at least with this, Zugan can't blow away Zaffai because it has Shroud. And that means that also with the Lightning Greaves, it also can't even blow away that because it's colorless. So Zaffai at least survives for a little bit longer. Anunnaki. In real life, I have a sick post-enchanter deck. I also a Deadpool and Captain America deck that's really fun as well. Okay. I originally wanted to get the Marvel Secret Lair, and I was like, oh, jeez. I waited 6 hours in that Secret Lair line, and I kid you not, I waited, and I did not get the cards. And I was kind of like, okay, I'm over this. So that was unfortunate. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they look fun, but geez, it was so frustrating for that. All right, Roaming Throne. Okay, no blocks. We'll go to 2. Because at this point now, it's either all or nothing. Here. Okay, so Island. Let's see. I wish we could play the Awaken cost with this, but I get it. Can't really do it. Okay. Okay, get the extra turn spell off. Everything goes bye-bye. Nice. Okay, so he's gone.
Such disharmony is disappointing.
Sacrifice the land. Draw another card. Come on, deck. Okay, so Iroh's Demonstration. Let's see. The Roaming Throne I wish can go, but we'll take out that at least. Okay. Murmuring Mystic. Not ideal, but we can make it work. Down to 24. Oh, jeez. We are literally just on the skin of our teeth here. Okay, opponent gonna try to blow away. Yep, Dramatic Reversal. Make at least one more token. So at least we have blockers for now.
Success.
Okay.
I see no threat that
We're trying.
manage.
Alright, Solar Transformer. Okay. Okay, taps.
Step in the strategy.
Whew. Man. Okay, Young Pyromancer. Normally not too bad, but... Okay. I think I realize now also I made another mistake. What I probably should have done was wait until our opponent swung, then Dramatic Reversal, then from there, Roaming Throne would have been down. But okay. I don't know if I should play Roaming Throne now. Or any attacks. No attacks. Wait it out. Okay. I need to keep Zaffai alive on the backswing, but at least with these tokens out.
Energy.
Oh. Alright, that's game. Come on! No! Oh, I can't bear to get hit by my own commander, so I'm going to have to take that L. Wow. We were almost so close to stabilizing there against an Ugin player. And I was like, oh man, we actually might be able to pull this off here, but dang. Once again, colorless is either super janky or super broken. Okay, it's okay. Again, playing a budget deck against people that don't care about your budget does feel very unfair. But again, not complaining. We have had some success with some budget decks in the past. But some of them, as you can see here, they can be a little rough. But that's okay. These are, again, just a reminder that you don't have to spend a lot on Magic to enjoy the game. You see, even if we lost, we did put up a good fight for the time being. So I still think we're not doing too shabby, all things considered. I mean, we're playing what? Like a deck that's costing us maybe like, you know, $60 versus maybe if there's players in paper, I don't know, $300, $400, $500 for a deck? That's not horrible, right? Okay. Anunnaki. I don't know if he is in Arena, but Momir Vig, but you can make a great budget deck with him. It's like a bucket and super broken. I don't think he's in Arena, but I'll have to look into it later on. Rampant growth there, okay? So, Witherbloom the Balancer. Elder Dragon. We haven't played with any of the dragons, but I don't know. This time around, I mean, some of the dragons do look fun, but I don't know. I'm kind of like just meh right now with that. I wanted to play with more spicier options that most likely no one's going to play. Let's island cycle now, Lorien. So let's get our island so we can fix. Do we want to just get a basic now, or do we want to get out one of our tapped lands? That's a question here. You know what? Actually, we'll just get a regular island. I want to see if we can start just playing stuff on curb. Island. Young Pyromancer. Okay. So, opponent, what you got? Springheart Nantucko. It's going to start making tokens. Yep, here come the insects. Opponent's going to... Okay, no more ramping. That's fine. Okay, for that, we will... Creative Outburst. Throw that away. Make a treasure. No attacks. Pass the turn. Okay, so with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Rutha can come out next turn, which would be nice. Alright, turns everything into mana dorks. Oh boy. I actually have a copy of this, but I don't know if I'm actually ever going to use it. It's a great card though, but dang. Alright, opponents. This likes out stuff. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, opponent hitting us for 1 because the Boreal Grazer doesn't do anything. I don't know why that was, but okay. Want to flex, opponent? Fine by me. Okay, oh nice. We did get... We'll play Rutha, but Nantucko goes bye-bye. We did have to use up our treasure for that, but it's a small price to pay. There you go, opponent. Take that. Okay, we're still even at 24. Harmonize. Good budget option in green if you really need card draw. Okay, Swamp. Okay, opponent, no swinging. Okay. Ooh, resonating. That's good. We can definitely use that. Let's see if we can sing a song from our opponents. Swing now. Alright, there we go. Now we take the lead at 20. Only 2 cards in hand, but with a resonating loot, we should be able to then catch up here very quickly. Witherbloom the Balancer. Okay. Let's see. Opponents? Dark Petition. Ooh. I wonder what are they going to try to grab here. Ugh, definitely something that's going to hurt us, but we'll try. We're not giving up, everyone. At least with the loot down, now we can start casting our bigger spells. So I have an idea. Okay, so whatever opponent's going to try to do, as long as we could sponge here a turn. Okay, great. We did. Nice. So from here, we could Sublime Epiphany and do a bunch of good stuff here. So no attacks yet. Wait it out. Anunnaki, if you have a Biovisionary and tons of clones and clone spells, it's really easy to win, not including making copies of opponent's creatures. Huh. Good to know. Okay, so for this... How do we do this? Okay. It's going to have to resolve. If our opponent has any other removal... Hold on. Okay, so we can at least counter that. Hold on. Sorry. Something caught in my notes there. Okay, so for that can't stick. So we're going to counter that. Counter that. Okay. So for that, let's see. Targeted non-land permanents. We will bounce back. What do we bounce back here? Bounce back Chatterfang. Creature. Draw a card. There we go. Here's we counter the spell. Bounce Chatterfang back. Make another token. Okay, nice. Not too bad, right? We're stabilizing. Okay. Do we actually want to do this now? Oh, wait, no. We can... Hold on. Hold on. How do we want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Let's discard that now. There we go. Maestro's Theater. So we can do a fun trick here. Let's see. So before that sacrifices, make the mana. Then it goes bye-bye. Okay. Cute little trick there you can do with those instant sack lands. So you can tap it before it goes bye-bye. Okay, Zaffai. We came here for free big spells, everyone. It does look like we've tapped out, but we have Temporal Trespass now, so here we go. Nice. Okay. Ruta now makes a big token off of that. Okay, there we go. See? Progress. Aw, opponent! You gave up already? We did it, though, everyone. We did it! We finally got a real legit win with this deck. Oh, we rocked hard there. Okay, give me that. Give me that music. Yeah. All right. Wow, who would have thought they would have folded from just one token? Okay. Sure, why not, opponents? I'll take that win. All right. Well, that was a good way to at least kind of show you what the deck is trying to do. We were able to rally there pretty quick, so nice. Okay. Let's at least get one more on the budget, and then we'll upgrade the deck. But at least I was able to show at least finally we got one good win off of it. Well, it's not a splashy one, but you can see by casting one big free spell and then with Rutha out, you can start making big tokens. So I'm happy about that one. I'm satisfied. Much better than also our last couple runs, because last couple runs we've been streaming now. Oh man, we haven't been having a very good streak recently. So I'm hoping that maybe we can turn it around here now. Okay. Okay, so before I get ahead of myself here, let's see. Our opponent is playing with loot. I don't know. Well, I guess that leads me to a question, everyone. Random. What are your thoughts on loot as a creature and character in Magic? I know they've been trying to kind of push loot to be like Magic's version of like a mascot like a Pikachu or something, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Honestly, when we did Omen Paths a couple months ago for Spider-Man, I liked Fleam. Fleam felt natural. I think that's probably the best way I can describe it. It's kind of like Flibblethip. Flibblethip is a cute little guy. Wasn't intending to be an actual mascot, but he works really well for everything. Okay. But before I continue on with that, let's go ahead and pass here. Thanks. Appreciate that. That was good. Okay, so from here, loot coming in. Okay, opponent is going to try to see if they can ramp with loot, and we will, Let's make our treasure token first. Okay. Okay, Arcane Signet, that's good too. Mountain, Signet, starting to get a ramp going. Do we turn off loot now? I think we'll turn off loot now. Actually, no, hold on. Bounce back loot. Sorry, opponent. You're going to get slowed down a lot here. Nice. Okay. So this spares us burning up our treasure now. We need to just save that for a little bit longer. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This puts us at 6. So we just, again, need the magic number of 7. 7's our lucky number to get to Zaffai, and the ban can begin. Okay. Opponents, what you got? This is upside down. Okay. So they get a basic forest. Okay. Nothing yet. Okay, Divert Disaster. That could be helpful too. Okay, so for now, nothing else to do. Actually, hold on. We can Field of Ruin. I forgot we could do that. Sorry, opponent. You don't get the ramp off of that Nykthos. Okay, so for that, we will get out an island. Opponent also gets a land out of it. Annoying, but not a huge deal. we still get to do our thing. Okay, so with that, loot coming down again. Do we want to do this now? Let's go do this now. Okay, so mega treasure, 2 damage. Okay, opponents. Ping out Nissa. Nissa goes bye-bye. Loot will come down. Not a huge deal. Got the Kami. Okay, the most common of the alchemy cards. But okay, brainstorm. Okay, so let's see. We need to still slow down our opponent here. So loot. I'm sorry, opponent. That's not going to do anything anymore for you. Okay, so from here, we've locked out now loot until they can blow up the enchantment. Okay, Blossoming Taurus. Okay. Here's how we're going to do this. Obviously, our opponent's going to pay the 2, which is fine. I don't mind that. I actually just want the token. Okay, cool. That lander token will be nice later on when we need to actually get some more lands. Okay, they do the milling. They get a land back. A forest. Is it a forest? It's a forest. Oh, command beacon? They could get that too. Cultivate. Okay, so let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have Zaffai. If we can just get at least one actual thing here. So, wait. Opponent, why'd you do that? Okay. I don't know why you did. Or are they just trying to give us like a little, warning shot there? Okay, well, either way. Either way. We came here for Zaffai, everyone. All right, let's start rocking. Let's rock. Okay. Brainstorm for free. It's not the ideal, but I guess it's better than nothing. Okay, so we will put back those 2. Put the flow state on top. Okay. Well, unless if our opponent has some kind of way to blow up our big creature here. No, they got rid of the thing. Okay. Well. Do I actually want to do this? We'll decline. Okay. Oh dear. So Lumara coming in. Doing mill things. One of my also disliked cards that I have to fight, but it's green. Okay. Ooh, fire magic. Fire magic's not horrible. So here's how we do this. Sacrifice the lander token, get a basic out. Okay. Got our land. Murmuring Mystic. Okay, and then fire magic. I can't cast it for the other 2, but at least we have something to work with here. No attacks. Okay. That's a big bear, by the way. Ooh, Gigantosaurus. Yep. Yeah, big boy. Okay, loot. Doing loot things. Okay, Disciple of Freyles. Wow, do they sacrifice the... Yeah, they do. Ugh. That's not good. That's not good at all. No. Opponents. Okay, well, fire magic for no real reason. Okay, opponent's playing unfair stuff. I mean, we can make a token, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't blow away anything except our own token. And then we do this. Alright. Ah! Oh, my gosh. Opponents. Why are you all playing unfair stuff? This is supposed to be a casual format. There's no rank to this. Why are y'all playing serious stuff? I don't get it. I don't get it. They really need to make that ranked Brawl format ASAP. So we can just get rid of all these sweaty players. But okay, enough of me complaining. Let's actually now go over this. So we actually got at least one legit win with Prismari Rock. No pity wins or anything like that. We actually got one that actually did give us a win. Even if they scooped, I will still take that. So not too bad overall for the deck. It is, again, a little clunky because we're just hoping to get to that big ramp package here. But also, as you see, it takes a little bit more time than we thought. So we need to ask ourselves, what can we do to make this stronger? Well, you don't have to wait too long because here's what we have here that I've cooked up for a much more stronger version of the build. So this one here, as you can see, we went really, really all in on a lot of the big spells here, but also we want to keep also some of the extra turn spells that are also a little cheaper. So if we don't get Zaffai out immediately, we actually have a couple of other ways of doing it. Temporal Manipulation, Time Warp are going to be added in now to the deck. We'll throw in, of course, much more stronger counter spells like Force of Will. We're definitely going to add that in. We'll throw in also some of the more stronger stuff like Cryptic Command here / To the Crystal Tower. So again, more options for us. Force Negation is also another strong counter spell for us that can be for free. Yes, I know you're all going to hate me for this, but we have to throw it in. VV is going to be added to the deck because also we need to ramp out ASAP. So VV is going to come in because this is a non-budget build. We have other cards that are going to help us out, like Invert Polarity here. We can use this to flip a coin. Maybe we can gain control of the spell and use it, or we can at least counter it. So options like that. We have more Wrathing in the deck now, so Brotherhood's End, and also this can destroy artifacts. So as you can see here, most of our upgrades here are just focusing on just trying to fix some of the issues. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the token plan that we had for the budget deck, but as you kind of saw it, aside from Rutha, it doesn't really get a chance to do anything. So we need to kind of change that up a bit. So that's why we're going to be utilizing here cards like Chandra here. Again, more ramping. Ashling here can also use its abilities to then just make copies of stuff, so that could be good too. Let's see, what else are we going to keep in here? Oh, we got to throw in Brawl. So we got to throw in both Brawls, Storm Conduit, Crackling Wit, and I think we also have Monsoon Mage. So these can be great ways to cheapen our costs, but also provide for us more value. So Planeswalkers, at least in 1v1, still have good value versus like a commander deck. But if you'd like it, this is what we can do. This can actually make for us actual tokens, but also they have prowess, and also it's on a Planeswalker, so it is harder for our opponent to take down. Raw Storm Conduit here. Whenever we cast or copy an instant or sorcery, which can be great with us storming off here, can start pinging our opponent. And also it helps us scrying, so it helps us fix our draws. We need some more ritual effects, so we're going to throw in Pyretic Ritual here. We have Seeding Song here. Technically, this is also something you could put into the regular deck, but also in paper it costs like, what is it, like $5? So that's why I kind of omitted it from the budget deck, in case if you were curious. We're going to upgrade ourselves with medallions, so we will throw in Ruby and Sapphire Medallion. Both of these will lower the costs of our red and blue spells respectively. And then other upgrades here, we got Hexing Squelcher here, so this means now our spells can't be countered, so this is actually good for us. Gives all of our stuff pay 2 life reward, so small level protection for Zaffai if we need that at least a little bit there. More stronger counter spells like Tails End here are going to be added in. We have Cyclonic Rift, of course, to bounce back non-land permanents, so we have that as well. Consult the star charts as well as dig for better stuff here. And then in terms of other final upgrades to the deck here, we're going to throw in, of course, 3 steps ahead. Swan Song and Strix Serenade. Honestly, these are mostly for flavor purposes, but I threw them in because I was like, why not? So Strix Serenade specifically to take out creatures, artifacts, or planewalker spells. Swan Song for enchantments, instant, or sorcery spells. And of course, that should be all of it for the main deck. Now, the upgrades we're going to use for the land base here to make ourselves a lot stronger are going to be much more better here. Still keep 11 islands and 11 mountains, but we're now going to throw in Mystic Sanctuary and Otawara Soaring City. We have now a Pathway Land. We have a Verge Land, Pain Land, Fast Land, Shock Land, Buddy Land, I believe. What is it? Surveil Land. And then, of course, we want to make sure that Zaffai cannot get countered. So we also throw in Cavern of Souls. This is specifically just to make sure Zaffai does not get blown away, because nothing feels sadder than when you try to cast a 7-mana spell and it doesn't go through. So that's what Cavern of Souls is for. Otherwise, we'll throw in some better fetches for us. So Fable Passage will be here for us. We'll throw in, of course, Prismatic Vista, Scalding Tarn, and we have some more faster mana like Mana Confluence and Starting Town. And finally, the Great Hall of the Biblioplex. So this can allow us to then pay 1 life to make mana of any color to cast instant or sorcery spells. But I am trying to think now. I mean, if you do want to, you actually can put in all the other fetches if you want to. The reason why I don't do it is because I try to keep the deck at least within reason, and also just because of my own personal aesthetics. But that's otherwise your thing. If you want to get more upgrades, you can put in more of the fetches if you want to, since they are technically not colored. So throw that in and consider that if you want to. But otherwise, this is now the new and improved version of Prismari Rock for the Brawl format. So let's take this much more fancier, more powerful version of the deck into the Brawl format, and let's see how we can do. Can we rock out with this deck now? I hope so. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see if we can get a next game going here. And for those of you who have made it already past this point in the stream, if you are enjoying the content in any way, shape, or form, show me some love if you haven't already done so. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you watch the content so you don't miss out on any of the gameplay, booster pack openings, deck techs, live streams, and so much more. Thank you again for being a viewer today, everyone. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? Oh, I forgot. We also threw in also the paradigm cards, like Improvisation Capstone here. So this can allow us to exile the top card of your library. So you exile a card with a mana value of 4 or greater, and you can pay that for free. So this is also another card that gets a ton of value if it goes off. We'll keep what we have right now. Throw down the Monk as just a tap land, and pass. Opponent is playing with, from the original Strixhaven, Extus Orc Overlord. I kind of wish we had more lore on these cards, because some of them are pretty cool. But just didn't get enough from it, aside from just reading all the other stuff from the blogs and the comics. Mind Stone. Okay, it's fine. So we're hoping that our deck can do a lot more now. Okay, so with that, maybe we'll do this now. Make a treasure token, destroy an artifact. Treasure artifact. Okay. I'm sorry, opponent. Gotta start blowing away your ramp. Nice. Okay. Pass here. So we're at 4. This puts us at 5. Still got a little ways to go. But we will get there quick. Replicating ring. Okay, that's cute. Okay, got another land. That's good. We will pass here. Okay, so we have a couple ways we can do this here. Invert polarity in case we need to. Judith. Okay. I'll let Judith resolve for now. Brainstorm. Oh, okay. So what do we want here? Pull back these 2. Flip a coin. That's Trix's Serenade. Bolt. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have enough now for this. So bring in Zaffai now. We came here for a reason, everyone. Let's get the band going here. Okay, so for that, Capstone for free. All right. Now here comes the free value. All right, the band is getting together, everyone.
Think you can beat me?
Let's see.
You're welcome to try.
Okay, scry 1.
Like a bolt out of the blue.
Okay. We'll keep the mountain on top. Okay, so even if Zaffai gets blown up here, hey, at least at this point now, the paradigm pretty much means we're going to get free stuff every turn no matter what. So sooner or later, we will beat down our opponent here. Sooner or later. We'll plumb the Forbidden. Okay, they start making their tokens. Okay, opponent's got to playing catch-up now. Do they swing? They do not, of course. Oh, and here comes the free value, everyone. There we go. Yes, I would like to play that for free. Brawl. Ping away. Thank you. Okay, get the paradigm going. All right. Ooh, okay. Alrund's Epiphany. And Stink into Super. Okay, so for that, Judas goes bye-bye. Ping our opponents. I'm sorry. So now you see with the upgraded version of the deck. Oh man, this gets so ridiculous. Opponent. Do you have an answer? Anything? Eviscerate. All right. They're going to start trying to make tokens here. You know what? So you know what? We'll do it this way. Get that bull off the top. Ping our opponents. Okay. Sure, make another token opponent. Go ahead. Make them. That's cute. Okay. They draw their cards. Bounce that back. There we go. We make our tokens. All right, so play Ashling. There we go. We ping. Okay, ooh, Mystic Sanctuary. Okay, so do we want that on top? You know what? Put it to the bottom. I don't think we're actually going to need it, so I don't run Prismari, like, never. Really now? Is blue, red not your combination you prefer, Nuki? I'll say right now, it's looking much better now that we actually have a much more stronger version of the deck, so we're going to do it. Bones tapped out. They let us hit them for 15, and we get another free turn here with another paradigm. Okay. Now the deck feels a lot better here. Every cast for comments. No, discard. Alright, so we will discard Strix's Serenade, because we probably don't need that. Set one Epiphany. There we go. Time Warp. Free. An extra turn spell. Oh, I'm sorry, opponent. That was dirty of us, but you know what? Hey, I'll take it. Woohoo, yes. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, I felt so dirty for that, but you know what? I don't care. That's what you really want the deck to do. Man, what a turnaround. Woo! All right. Well, talk about an explosive concert that was. We were going to Encore forever, it seemed like. But okay. There you go, everyone. That is now the much more new and improved version of the deck, and definitely feels a lot stronger than it was before. Now, granted, of course, you will run into some clunky games here and there, but at least that shows you a way that we can definitely go off. Ooh, Shieldred. Okay, Shieldred is going to be an interesting fight. We'll see if we can get around that. Okay, strike it rich. Okay. With a Vivi, we can get out Zaffai very, very fast here. If our opponent allows it. Alright, Vivi coming in. Opponent's going to have to come out with removal ASAP, or else we will spiral out of control fast. Alright. Ooh, Consult the Star Charts. That's pretty good, too. Okay, so we have nothing yet with Vivi. If we cast this, that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, nothing yet there. Apply for 1. Make a treasure, at least. And we'll pass the turn here. Actually, no, we'll swing. We'll swing. Okay. So that means now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they have a beat cycle. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's to be expected, of course. Alright, so from here, let's wait it out a bit. We'll use Consult the Star Charts to dig a little deeper in just a moment. 4 cards deep is not horrible. Get that Ender's Tap. They do alchemy shenanigans because I don't like it, but it is what it is. So, if you don't mind me asking, Nuki, since you're still here, what is your favorite color combination? Like, what is your favorite 2 color combination? If that is your jam, what's your thing? Okay, let's see. What do we get? Ooh, Ruby Medallion's not too bad. Wash Away, that'll be helpful for Shieldred when the time comes. Okay, nice. We got an island. Play the Ruby Medallion, so things get cheaper. That does mean that now the ritual is much better, and Zaffai can come down. But first, let's see. Opponents. Does Shieldred come in? Too bad. Too bad, opponent. Denied. So now she's at least going to cost 6 mana for the time being. Okay. Ooh, Cyclonic Rift. Okay, so that can help us out a bit. Play the Vista. So we can play Zaffai, but we don't have any kind of like payoff yet. So, dang. Okay, so I think we might have to wait it out just a little bit. Okay, Shieldred coming in again. Okay. Prismatic Vista, sack it. Okay. We'll get out right now a mountain. And go from there. So our opponent's going to start pinging us here. Ouch. But our deck kind of is in an awkward spot. So I'm going to have to use this Blasphemous attack now. I want to, but if that slows down our opponent, so be it. So now Shieldred cost 8 mana. Okay, that helps us out a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they still got enough. Junji, okay. Ooh. Rankle too, okay. Okay. Okay, what do they make us do? Do they make us draw cards? Discard cards? If they make us discard, that's annoying, but not the worst. Okay, each player discards a card. Okay, so I guess it's going to be bye-bye to the Pyretic Ritual. Aw. Okay, ooh, River's Rebuke. Okay, so that's not too shabby either. Okay, so for that... do we do it now, or should we just River's Rebuke just plainly? I guess we don't really get an advantage with Zaffai out because we don't have anything else to use, so... Alright. River's Rebuke. Bounce away their stuff. Okay. Just gotta slow them down. At least until we can get to a big spell. Key to the archive again. Okay, they draft. Again. I don't like them getting free spells, but here we are. What you gonna get, opponents? Okay. Our turn again. Come on, deck. There we go. Okay, so we got a Mind's Desire, so better than nothing. Okay, so Cyclonic Rift. Pay 2 for it. We're only doing it this way for one reason. So this way we can Mind's Desire for free here. Or at least we get like 2 good hits off of that. Okay, Mind's Desire. Come on, deck. Give me a hit. Big money. No. Big money. Come on. Ooh, nice. We'll take a roll. And Splatter Technique. Okay, that's good. Co-Link. Hello, my fire friend. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. And thanks again for joining us. I'm using Vadric for the big cast brawling. Nice. That sounds like fun. Okay, so we got at least our free spells here. Finally. There we go. Okay, now we're in business. Okay.
My equation.
You cast your next sister. Okay, so tick down.
There's a storm coming your way.
All right, Splatter Technique. Draw 4 cards and refuel here. Ping. Ping. 4 cards. Nice. Now we're feeling a lot better. Okay. Okay, so we have to discard a card here. That's okay, though. What do we discard, though? I guess it's going to be one of our lands. We have plenty of islands, so we'll just toss away an island. There we go. Now we're back in this fight. Oh, and I was so glad we did that without shielding on the line, so... Okay, now, if we can untap here, this is going to get super ridiculous. Okay. Now, I feel much better. I'm feeling much better now. Demonic Tutor. And they got that from the alchemy? Oh, come on. That's totally not fair. Demonic Tutor off of a Key to the Archive? Come on. What do they get? Nothing? Okay, that's good. So, let's see here. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Okay, I think... Play new roll here, so now we got auto roll.
I've got a whole plane to search.
Okay, so play the mountain. How do we want to do this? I want to try to get the most value I can. Okay. Scry 1.
Time to test the storm amplifier.
Put back the land. Okay, so for here... Seagate Restoration. Ping our opponents. Now we have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Now we're set. Okay, so from here... Move its mastery. Okay, now I feel pretty good about this. Ping opponents.
Aha! A solution!
There we go. Mind's Desire. All the copies. Ping again.
I am confident this will work.
There we go. So much value here. We don't even have to swing. Just ping, ping, ping. My favorite thing to do. Okay, got a counterspell we don't need, but okay. What's more? Okay. Okay, temporal window. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then... Temporal manipulation. Extra turn. Thank you, opponents. Flick a coin. Because why not?
Another
Ping. Ping. There. Ooh, we got Chandra too. Okay, so that's cool too. And you know what? Let's throw down the resonating loot.
A new world requires
Okay.
new strategies.
And then let's see. One more thing. We can do one more thing here. Bolt. That's cute. Off the big top right there. Ping.
I can defend.
And then we ultimate with Brawl. There you go.
And when it pours,
Okay.
I win.
Draw another card off of that. There we go. Down to 3 opponents. Have one. Oh, I forgot. We have another turn. Okay. Okay. This is the big spell right here. Yeah. Ping our opponent, and that's game, everyone.
Yeah. It's coming together.
We don't even need that. This is just win more at this point. You know what? We don't even need those. Like, none of these actually help us, actually. So you know what? That's fine. We actually don't even need that. Get the Sapphire Medallion, ping our
I can
opponent.
invent my way to victory.
In just a moment there, push Chandra Torch of Defiance.
Time to embrace the local culture.
Gets...
What?
We'll just exile a card.
Fire? Yup.
Okay,
You're going
counterspell.
down.
But that's all we need. Ping our opponent, and we get the win there. There you go, everyone. Woo! Wow. What a way to just go off there. That was explosive. I feel horrible, and at the same time, I also feel really dirty from doing that. But you know what? That's the joy of this upgraded deck, everyone. Man, that was gnarly. Okay, we definitely got to highlight that one later on. I'll try to see if I can make that into like a highlighted clip for a couple days from now. Oh man, there you go, everyone. All right, now we're on the upswing here. Let's see if we can keep the good times rolling. Ooh, okay, feel good about that. That was a really good one there. Okay, so let's see. We're playing against now Rowan, Scion of War. Okay, let's see if we can keep the encore going here with some extra turn spells, some ramping. Man, that was a good one. That was a really good one for us. Haven't seen anybody play with Rowan, so I don't know what I'm expecting from this, but we'll see what we can experience. Cool idea here for this one. We'll see. Okay, put the island down. So if we have to, we can wash away anything at a moment's notice. Okay. Navigator's Compass. Can become a basic of any type. Okay. Let's see. So, Dark Confidant. Right. Opponent. That's fine. That's okay for now. We do have a way around that. Let's see, if they play a third land, we can then counter Rowan for now. So we'll wait on the Alred's Epiphany. So they got a free land off of that, so for sure, they will play it. Is Rowan coming down now? Do you choose to do that, opponents? They don't, okay. Discard a card or sacrifice a land. Most likely... Oh, they sacrifice a land? Wow. Okay. That's choice, opponents. They swing with Dark Confidant, okay. Okay, we got the Force of Will, so that makes me feel a little bit more confident what we're doing here. Let's see. Do we do this now? We'll wait it out. Yes, we'll let our opponent get another card. They take 3. If they play Rowan, we are ready to go, because we have now 2 counter spells back to back. So we have options here. Okay. Fantastic Flame Breather. Huh, okay. Well, I mean, we can deal with that, so that's not a problem for us. Okay. Mox Amber. Okay, they start pinging. Anything else, opponents? They swing, so at this point now we'll flick a coin. So Dark Confidant goes bye-bye. Alright, we got the Greaves, that's good. And a treasure. Another mountain, that's awesome. So let's see, we will play now Resonating Lute. I will sing you a song of my people. Okay, so that means that now our Seething Song will be a lot more valuable, along with Alred's Epiphany. Okay, roll on. Okay, so with that, I'm sorry, opponents. Too bad. We'll use up our treasure there and counter that commander. Nice try. So now she's going to cost 5 mana, so that makes it a little easier on us. Okay. Okay, got another island. Play the Mana Confluence now. Let's see. And... we will... Do we do this now? We'll foretell. On the off chance we want to. Pass here. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. We're still a turn or 2 away from Zaffai. Our opponent can blow it away at any time. Urbrass. Okay, do we want Urbrass to stick? Is that going to be a problem for us? We're going to counterspell that. Alright. It's Sorry, I had to think about that. I'm like, I don't want to resolve. That's going to get a lot of value over time. That's a lot more pinging, too. Well, it hits us down to 20. Okay, that's fine. Another island, which is great. We will play the Lightning Greaves now. Okay, so for here, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's see, actually, can we do this now? Hold on. So that leaves, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3. I think this works here. At least behind that. That's 5. So, okay. 5 does come in. Okay. Okay, we got it. Okay, Greaves on him. There we go. I guess we missed a swing there, so that was kind of my mistake. I was trying to calculate real quick, and I was like, wait. Okay. Math, not very good for me. Math is hard. But it's all good. It's all good. We're still trying to make this work, everyone. So I'll run some Epiphany next turn, and that should give us enough value here that we can start getting our things on. Okay, rolling. Okay. Okay, we really do need our spells here to actually do stuff. So let's see. Okay, Alrund's Epiphany. Give us another turn. Okay. Swing. Come on, deck. Give me at least one more big spell here. Ooh, they block. Okay. Well, that's at least one pinger out of the way. Okay. Come on, deck. Wow. Nothing? Jeez. Okay, well, we're going to have to bluff for a bit. Down to 12. Okay, we're still at 19, so I still think we're okay in terms of everything. We have enough lands, which is great, but we still need... we still need at least one big spell. We're like one big spell away from blowing everything away. Oh, we're so close, though. Come on, deck. Okay, they turn Ramanov Ruins into what? A swamp or a mountain? Oh, it's a mountain. CD. Okay. Okay, opponent. That's a choice. We go to 15. Okay. Okay, they draw some cards. They lose life. Jeez. Come on, deck. What's going on here? Is this like a conspiracy against me? I'm just drawing nothing but lands now. Oof, jeez. Okay. Okay, we're not going to get too cranky about this. Swing with just Zaffai. Does our opponent take the... Oh, they take the hit. Okay. Go to 5. They have trample on it, so they will definitely start getting some stuff here. As long as Zaffai is protected, we should be okay. We just need, again... Oh, we just need one spell. Just one spell. Come on, deck. Where is the love? Okay, they're down to 4. Down to 3. Ooh, this is risky, opponents. Opponent is getting real risky here. Okay. They go to market for 2. What could they be casting? And Speed Demon also puts them in range. But we're at 15 now. So in other words, they need to beat us here. Oh, here to the abyss. Okay. All right, opponents. Down to 1. Wow. So no, it's now or never. Did our opponent get the one card that's going to beat us? They only have 2 mana open. So I have no idea what they're going to try to do here. And Zaffai is protected by Shroud, so he will get some value at some point. He needs to blow away both... Wait, both the birds? Is it actually even worth it? I mean, Speed Demon's still going to make you lose life. So... Wait, is there a way out in this? Dark Ritual, okay. I'm just trying. Okay, so now they have 4 mana open. Wait, is it that one card, is that what is it, it's from, what's it from? What's the name of that card? I'm trying to remember right now. I think I know what he's trying to do here. It's the, oh, okay, he's looking for it now. It's the card from Ether Drift? It's a card that pings you if you discard cards. I think that's his win con. That has to be his win con. Because otherwise there's no other way he's going to win right here. Well, opponent's running out of time, so they need to get it quick. So what is it? It's the... damn, if anybody can remember it, deadly dispute? Does he not have it? Or is he just trying to maximize his damage to us? I mean, there's no point to that. What are you trying to get, opponents? I'm so confused right now. Stormkill Artist, okay. That doesn't beat us. You need the discard creature. I thought that's what he was going to get. Action odds intervention, okay. Okay. Goes to 7. If anybody else can figure out what he's trying to do, because unless in the next couple seconds, like, I would like to hear from you guys, but I have no idea what our opponent's trying to... What kind of weird combo he's trying to pull off here. It feels like I'm going to either... He's trying his hardest to do something or nothing. Okay. What is going on? Opponents! Are we dead or are we going to survive? Guess we'll find out in just a moment. Okay, well, time's running out, opponents. Turn's got to finish here. Still one treasure open. He didn't get what I thought he was going to get out, which I was like, wait, he's going to get out that one card that pings you for every card you discard. But he didn't get that. And he only has one treasure open. Unless he has a free spell. Okay, Cathartic Reunion. Okay. Before we start losing time here. Opponent's out of time, so this is right now it. He has to finish up here. Or else Arena forces him to discard. And answers, okay? He's trying to combo off here. But Arena's... Okay, we're down to 10 seconds, opponents. Can our opponent do it? Okay. We discard 2 cards. No. Okay. Go to 14. Faster opponents. Win or lose. One of us is going to win this turn. Okay, so he gains some life back. So he goes back up to 4. Clock is still ticking. Oh man, this is so... This can go either way. That's his Tunnel Grinder. Okay. Okay. Is he just going to let the timer... Okay. Okay. Swing now. Nope. And was that it? Okay. Well, did we do it here? Can we win? I was got to discard all the cards. Wait, hold on. Does that flip at the beginning or end step? Send this turn. Put a board counter. There's 3. Okay, so we can't flip that. So, I'm so confused right now. I thought our opponent had like some crazy cool combo here that I was like, oh, this sounds kind of neat, but it wasn't what I was thinking it was. All right. Everything gets discarded. Okay, well, either way, okay, so this is it right here. So, we will draw 4 for free. Okay. There we go. So, from here... Brawl. We sink into Stuver.
Another day, another job.
And that should be game right there. There we go. All right. Yeah, we got another win there. I still don't know what our opponent was doing. I'm so confused. I wanted to know what their combo was, and I was so sure I knew what it was, but I had no idea. So, okay. I'm actually going to pause here for a second because I was trying to think, okay, this is what I thought my opponent was going to do. Because when they were doing their thing here for a second, here's what I thought they were going to do. Okay, sorry, I got to pull this out real quick. So with their thing, hold on. I think it's a standard card right now, so. This is what I thought they were going to do. So from here, I think it's a red card, actually. All right, where is it? It's a creature. If anybody can figure it out also, you'll see in a second. There it was. I thought my opponent was going to do this combo because they drew their whole deck with Peer to the Abyss. And I thought they were going to cast this card, which meant that once you discard one or more cards, they would just ping us to death. But I guess they didn't do it. I don't know what happened there. I really thought this was the combo. Maybe I was wrong. Okay. Well, maybe our opponent didn't have it. Well, either way, I'll still take the win. So, okay. Sorry, I just had to at least get that off my brain before I continued on. Okay. Let's see if we can get maybe like, depending on how this goes, maybe 1 or 2 more games, everyone. They've been doing much better with the upgraded version of the deck, which, don't worry, I will have comments about once we get to the next part. Oh, they get to go first. Okay. So if they get to go first... They're going to start stealing our stuff, aren't they? Okay, free mulligan. The wash away would be great, but if they put down Ragavan turn 1, then we don't have a way to stop it. So we need to mulligan. Oh, jeez. All right, this feels a little worse, but okay. Our opponent's going to start stealing our stuff, but okay. Turn 1 Ragavan? Of course. If we were on the play, that actually would have been perfect. We could have just counterspelled them off the top, but dang, it didn't work out that way. Okay, so Ragavan's going to start stealing our stuff. That's not fun. Okay. Ragavan, being a sneaky little monkey. What do you take from us? Oh, Misextension. Okay, well, that's not too bad, I guess. Play the island. Nothing yet. We'll see if we can make it to Chandra, because that's so far is the only thing that stops our opponent. Before they start stealing all of our stuff. I am going to laugh, though. This is all they have, is just a Ragavan. Ooh, they took a Brawl. Pantalar, okay. Do we get rid of our Sundering for that? I don't want to, but... Okay, we'll let it go. I have no idea what our opponent's trying to do here. But we will take the chance to lose life. We'll lose life. Okay, so we go down to 15. Ugh. That was not good, but okay. Seize the spoils. We'll throw away... What do we throw away here? Throw away the Force of Will. I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. Okay, draw 2. Make some treasures. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Overlord. Okay. They hit us to 4. Ouch. They might have gotten us with the Ragavan because they're snowballing quick here. Snowballing a little bit more than I'd like to. What do they steal this time? Okay, Chivalry. Okay. Okay, Pantalar doing its thing. Wait, it's not Pantalar. Wait, why do I keep saying Pantalar? Okay, I meant to say, what was it? Palantir. Words are hard. I swear, I have like slight dyslexia, so apologize on that. Out, down to 5. Okay, well... I guess we'll do it. Opponent, you gave up? What happened? Okay. Well, that's a win for us, but I mean, I'm confused. Our opponent had us on the ropes there. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. I guess I won't complain too much. Free win's a free win, so yay, sort of. All right, well, we'll just scratch that one. We'll just keep going. Let's keep on a little bit longer, everyone. So, okay, we're looking at 2 more games. 2 more games, and I think that'll be it for today, everyone. But again, a friendly reminder, if you do want to support me on the channel before we get to our next game right here, and if you want to show a little bit extra love to be a true fiery friend, we have an exclusive members-only set of videos that are on a separate playlist on YouTube, or you can also support us on Patreon if you want to help support the channel and keep us going a little bit longer. Even if you don't want to do that, we also have for free a Discord which you can join. All links for these things will be located in the details below once we are done with today's stream. But no matter how you do it, I still appreciate all of you who have been with me today. So thank you so much, everyone, for your support. Okay, opponent is playing with Nina, which is another dirty alchemy card. Everyone's just playing alchemy cards now. I don't care if alchemy cards are stronger than regular cards. I, out of principle, will not play them. No, no, no. All right. Stalling Taunt. Sacrifice that. We will get out our Thundering Falls. Surveillance. see if we can put into the art. Okay, treasure cruise. We'll keep that on top. We will go through our spells before our opponent knows it. Lots of counter spells to work with. Okay, opponent, midnight clock. Okay, that can't work, so Trick Serenade. Two bad opponents. Get a token off of that, but that's okay. We don't mind that for now. We have a Cyclonic Rift, so we can kind of get around that. Okay, opponents. Loading zone. Swan Song that. So you get two little birds, opponents. Be grateful. Go to 22. Okay, get the island. And we will pass here. Yep, Crystal Tower too. So we still have plenty of counter spells to work with. As foretold, okay. Opponents. Counterspell for days. Too bad. They take us to 18. Okay, got a Force of Will also. So little by little, we are making our progress here. We'll wait it out for a bit. We can bounce things that we need to in a pinch. Off, okay. Force of Will for full price. We're just going to wear down our opponent with counter spells. Go to 14. Okay, Brawl. Okay, well, Rawl's not too bad. Let's get Brawl going.
Yep, I'm reckless.
Okay. Scry for 1. And, ooh, Hexing Squelcher. Okay. Well, I don't know if we need Hexing Squelcher, so probably we'll just put that away there. Okay, so our opponent now can either look at Brawl or just ignore Brawl while we can do our thing. Okay, good. So that takes the heat off of our life total for the time being. Okay, Embrace the Paradox. They draw 3 new cards. Okay, that's good.
Lose my ego too.
Okay, so for now, starting town. Tick up.
This is great. Bad things gonna get.
Call the Beebaloo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're probably gonna need that to get Zaffai going. Okay, so if our opponent tries to do things here, we can stop them. Okay, they swing again. Cyclonic Rift. Okay. Ping our opponent for 1. Go to 24. Take away 1 token. We go to 2 with Brawl here. Okay, so he does stick around for a little bit longer, which is good. That's what we wanted. Okay, so game in for Zaffai, everyone. Okay, so here's how we do this. We now say goodbye to Rawl, so sorry, Rawl. Sorry, but you will be helpful to us now.
This experiment has shocking repercussions.
Okay, we, for free, draw 3 cards there and refuel. There we go. Much better. Okay, so now we have Zaffai out, but they're in Simic, so I don't think we have to worry about anything for the time being. Should be okay, right? The Crystal Tower / Cryptic command can't bounce away anything if they try to lock us out. Okay, Green Sun Zenith. Okay. Bone Miser. Wait, okay. Bone Miser. Sure, why not? Oh, boy. Okay, that's got to go. That's got to go quick. Open the way. Okay. Cauldron Familiar. That's dumb, by the way. Okay. So opponent now manages to fight back against us. Tail's End. Let's see here. How do we do this? Okay. So there is a way around this. Okay, so has to be for 6 mana. That's for free. Okay. So Fire Magic. Okay, blow away some cards there. Prismari command. 2 more damage. Draw 2. 2 here. That's got to go bye-bye. Throw away 2 lands. Okay. Okay. So, no attacks yet. Okay. Trying to stay in this fight. Ouroboros at least is gone, so that was our biggest, scariest card to fight. Voracious Hydra. Okay. Our opponent's got us this time. See, this is, again, I'm never going to stop hating on alchemy cards. Look at that value they get for nothing. At least if I'm going to cast free spells, at least they are legitimately part of my deck, so miss me with that. Go to 3. Okay. They get black mana for reasons. Okay, Otawara. Alright, so the Falls. Then let's see. Okay. Play Brawl. And then
Just a rain mage, nothing to see here.
all right. Pass here. Okay, so once we get to... Actually, hold on. We might as well do this now. Okay, so pick 2. Actually, no, we'll let that go. Okay, opponents. Innkeeper's talent. Okay, do they take it up? Twitching doll, okay. Anything else, opponents? Okay, so that's gonna move. So that's our key spawn right here. Okay, so with that, we will counter that now. Counter that. Tap all creatures opponent controls. Okay. Buys us a turn. Okay. Hold on. We'll do it. Let it go. Okay. They collect evidence if they want to. Okay. We have literally one turn to survive. Is there a way out of this? Arcane Signet does not do it. Okay, so is there anything else we have here that we can use? I mean, Zaffai can come in. Uses up all of our mana. That's game. Dang. Okay. Fine, opponent. Your stupid alchemy cards got you the win. Must be nice. Must be nice. Okay, it's okay. It's okay, everyone. It's okay. Not gonna be mad. Not gonna be mad. Okay, just breathing in and out. And you know what? We'll do one more, everyone. One more. Win or lose. The next game here will be our final one for the day, everyone. One more time, thank you again for everyone that's been watching, but this will be our last one for today. Afterwards, as always, we will still do our little wrap-up talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly for our deck that we played today, both the budget and the non-budget version. Stick around beyond that because we will also do a quick little sneak peek as to what's to come for the channel and what we're going to be doing for the next couple of streams and videos. Oh, they got Leyline of Gold Pen. Oh, jeez, that's fun. Against Azeka? Well, that's not fair. Alright, it's fine. Strike it rich. And we'll pass here. Okay, so let's see. That means 3 mana next turn. A Brainstorm. Okay. I'm just going to try to do some stuff here. Okay. Oh, actually, this actually helps us out. This is good. Alright, so with that, so no more value for you, opponent. You lose your non-land permanent now for shenanigans. There we go. Okay, that slows them down a lot. So that means they have to cast that at some point. It's going to be a while, though. Meet the Sands, okay? Okay. So from here, we can get Chandra down, and that'll help us speeding up things a lot more. Okay. Ooh, okay. We got our big piece there, so that's good. That's huge. For now, let's get Chandra out. Okay, start exiling stuff, even if we don't need it. Okay, King for 2. If Chandra can also ultimate, that also puts us in a really good spot. So, Leyline coming down again. And, okay, loot. Okay, that's cute too. Let's see here. Take up. Play the loot. Nice. We will strike it rich. And we will draw 3 with Brainstorm. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, put 2 cards back. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that gives us enough. Put these 2 back. This goes on top. Okay, I think we're set for success. I think we can do this here. Prismatic Bridge. Okay, force a negation that. Oh, hold on. Actually, do we want... Yeah, we'll do it. Gotta pitch it. I don't want to, but we gotta slow down our opponent here. We can't have them go off. Oh, opponent! Oh, we were ready to go off there. Okay. Well, I guess that does it for us, everyone. So we stopped them before they can actually do any shenanigans there. So yay! Good evening. Hello, Numbishly Foolish. How you doing today? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day wherever you're at. And thanks again for joining us. You just missed it right there. We were just about to wrap it up there, man. I still appreciate being here, though. Okay, so let's see. We got that done. So, all right, everyone. So that was pretty much it for there. And that was our Prismari rock deck for you for the Brawl format, everyone. So tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? I will say right now, the budget deck has a fun idea, but this is one of those decks where I feel like, and I hate to say it, but this definitely feels a lot better when you can actually afford better stuff. That's not to say that our deck can't do anything on a budget here, but it's also tricky because even with tap lands, we still run into clunky draws, but it's also, again, the nature of how things are. However, we sacrificed a lot of our stuff in the early game and the lands in order to make sure we can afford more late game powerhouses. So you got to see Mind's Desire go off a little bit there. Big shout out to, again, some of our other of the extra turn spells. They helped us out quite a bit there when we were able to go off there. Some of our card draw actually surprisingly worked really well with the deck once we were able to then draw a ton of stuff and refuel. So it felt pretty good overall with how the deck felt. Rutha can also, again, be your alternate commander if you want to just go with one big token at a time. Not to say that Zaffai can't do it, but as you know, and you see not today, we're able to cast Zaffai, so consistency wasn't the problem there. The problem with Zaffai is just, you got to make sure he survives. He has no way of protecting himself at 7 mana. Even though he can cast stuff for free, at very least, you should be able to get off at least one spell with him as long as you have at least that in your hand once you cast him. But that is also a detrimental part of him because once you burn through that, you're going to have to sit there and hope that your opponent does not have removal. We did have a couple of close calls, but we did get some cool victories today. And having said that, the upgraded version of the deck is absolutely ridiculously fun. Like this one, if you can afford it, as you saw from our previous footage, man, we went off quite a few times with the upgraded deck, and it was just insanely good how it actually turns out. So I definitely would recommend, if you can afford it, get yourself the upgraded version ASAP. This is definitely going to be the deck that's going to completely blow away opponents if you can spare so. With that, however, if you want to make it even stronger, and again, this is something that I didn't mention earlier, but if you want to put in all the other fetches, which is, again, going to jump the cost of the deck up a lot more, if you want to do it, you can put in all these ones, because remember, even though they're colored a specific way, that doesn't mean that they're illegal to put in your deck, because they actually don't have the color pips. So you can put in, of course, all the fetches, like Bloodstained Mire here. You can put in your Flooded Strands. You can put in all that stuff. Misty Rainforest, I can go on. Basically, that's going to help you fetch out things a lot faster and give you far more consistency with the deck. Only reason why I don't do it is, again, just out of principle. I just prefer the deck to focus a bit more on what the main portion is, which is in this turn, big, giant spells. And there was a couple times I wanted to go off a little further, but our opponents were like, they did not want us to go completely off there. But as you saw, our Planeswalkers did great. We got to then cast off a couple of things here. We were able to Treasure Cruise for free, Karn's Temple or Sundering. Mind's Desire, absolutely bananas in the deck. And also the other card that helped us out here also was the Improvisation Capstone here. Also another card that was absolutely bonkers if our opponent allows us to resolve this. Very fun, but again, not an easy commander to play with. So this is one of those also I probably would not recommend for a beginner player. This is definitely going to be for someone that has a much more advanced knowledge of the game and also knows what they're doing when it comes to deck building. Not that I'm saying I know what I'm doing, because honestly I threw this together in maybe 30 minutes last night, so but I think I still did pretty well with how we put this together. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below what you feel about this deck from what you've seen. If you did miss the footage, don't worry. Replay is going to go up again across all my socials. So again, as you see on below, whether you're following me on X, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube, all copies will be available there. Whether you're watching it just over horizontally or vertically, it's all going to be there for you guys. And don't worry, the links, of course, will be located so you can choose whichever version you want, or you want to mix and match and see what else you want to do with the deck. Which does remind me, one more thing I want to add on. If you do want to see what other things you can do with the deck, you have other options for yourself here. You can do other things like, copy spells. That could be something you can do too if you want to go in that route. We didn't get a chance to do it at all this time, but if you want to, there's some other things you can use to kind of make the deck go a little bit wilder. Just again, really depending on what you want to do. Like if you want to double up on Zaffai here and his abilities, so you can use Spark Double if you want to make another copy of him. If you want to do cards like Extravagant Replication, if you want to focus on the token aspect of it. If you want to do, again, stuff that with sorceries and instants like making tokens like Electro Duplicate here, or Fable the Mirror Breaker, and start going off and doing crazy things, repeated reverberations. If you want to do spell copying, you have a lot of wacky stuff you can use. But the version I think today, I think actually can get you more or less what you want to do with the deck. So it is fun. So with that out of the way, what are we going to be doing for the remainder? Now that we actually finished up all 5 colleges, and we've done both live streams, and we're going to be wrapping up over the next couple weeks the last of the colleges. I think we got the Lorehold deck already ready to go. This is a spicy one, and I'm looking forward to showing off how this is going to work. This will be available for you guys on the weekend once we're done. But as far as anything beyond that, our next live stream, I actually have a chance now to kind of circle back to commanders and cards that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't had a chance to do because we're just going so fast through standard and all the cards that we keep getting dropped into us every every other month now. So it feels like I can't hit everything I want to. But now, once we're pretty much going to wrap up the rest of Strixhaven here, I want to touch back upon cards that I've had fun with, maybe older cards that I haven't had a chance to play with, that I'm also looking forward to kind of enjoying. So next deck tech and live stream is going to be around, of course, Judith, the Scourge Diva. I love her, and I love what she can do. She is definitely a nasty diva. So we're actually going to do a whole deck around here. This is the upgraded version, but we'll talk about this when we get there over the weekend, everyone. So I think Friday is going to be our next live stream, so stick around for that. Don't worry, it's probably going to be around the same time, maybe a little earlier, but we'll see what happens. We'll do, of course, first off the budget one like always, and we'll show you the upgraded one once we're done. So Slay Queen, she's coming. That'll be, again, something we'll get to enjoy later on. Beyond that, going into next week, I think we should be starting up Marvel spoilers soon. Not that I'm looking forward to that, but if you guys want to see me do specific Marvel cards, we'll go over that. We'll discuss that later on. Otherwise, aside from that, the only other things we're working on is we're going to finish up the last of the Basically series in dual colors. We have 2 more. I think we actually, no, we have 3 more colors. We have a Basically Greta deck, a Basically Killian deck. We also have, where was it at here? Because I finished it already. Basically Obira. So these are the last of our decks that do not use any rares or mythics. So if you're an ultra budget player and you want to play something that you can enjoy for super cheap, these will be the deck techs we have. An entire playlist is currently available for that on my channel. So check that out if you haven't already done so. Otherwise, I don't know. We're going to just experiment with whatever I find and whatever I can enjoy now that we kind of have a little bit more free time, at least over the next couple weeks until we get to Marvel. But until then, that's going to be it for today's stream, everyone. So thank you to everyone one more time for being here. I appreciate all of you who have been watching, whether you're watching live or on the replay. So shout outs to, again, to those of you in the chat today. So Anunnaki of Gem City, thanks again for popping in and having that nice conversation with me. Hopefully, again, I get a chance to maybe play with you at some point. And I do want to announce that we will be doing another player battle stream coming up. Most likely, it'll be just before Marvel drops. I will, of course, announce the official date for that coming up. So that way you can plan ahead if you do want to face off against me with whatever deck you want to throw at me, whether it's budget, non-budget, a 100-card Brawl, Pioneer, Timeless, whatever you guys want to do. I'll be having ready for you a deck or 2 in order to enjoy that. And of course, also shout outs to Co-Link. Thanks again for popping in. Thanking you about your Vadric deck for Beg Cast Brawling. I actually hopefully get the chance to see that. And of course, Noobishly Foolish. Thanks all again for also popping in. I know it's late for where you are, but I still appreciate you popping in just the same, my friend. But otherwise, everyone else that's also been watching, whether you're watching live or on the replay, don't worry. Appreciate all of you. And hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again soon, Friday. I will announce, of course, in just a little bit what time that will be. Most likely it's probably going to be an 11:30 in the morning stream, Pacific Standard Time. So just keep an eye on that. Otherwise, I'm exhausted, everyone. I got to take care of a couple things now, so I got to head out for the day. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. Make sure to finish your midweek magic event because I haven't already done so, but hopefully you guys get a chance to do that someday. Check that out soon. Get your free wins. Get your free goodies, guys. Make sure to do your dailies, and we'll get a chance to do this again Friday. But before we go, one more final thing I also want to mention. Just remember that no matter what you do play in the game of life, always be sure to burn bright. We'll see you again Friday morning, everyone. Later.